Hey everybody, so I have a couple of viewers who like to see some of my IRL stuff, like my room or just kind of stuff I own in real life. So I figured I haven't done one of these videos in a while, and I kind of have a bunch of new acquisitions. So I figured I'd show you guys all my Catholic stuff, or at least a lot of it. There's a couple cheap medals I don't have here, but I just figure I'd go through this because a lot of people seem to find these interesting. So I'll just talk about what these things are and where I got them because I think that's kind of neat. As you can see, I have a lot of rosaries. I it's one of the things I collect. Whenever I go to a major city or a cathedral, I always buy a rosary there. So let's just go through them. So I got this last Christmas. Um, my parents got me this. They bought it from a Christian supply store. So this is a wall crucifix. See, you got crucified Jesus. It's very nice. Um, and that actually fits just on a thumbtack. So that's really convenient. So that's just from a store somewhat near my house that my parents gave me around Christmas time. So that's nice. I didn't have a proper wall crucifix. This is one we found. We're going through my grandparents' house, and we found this in their basement. So I took this, and I have this above my computer actually. I just took it down when I'm doing this video. So I don't really know anything about the background of this, but it looks fairly old, and it's kind of been there for a while. So I assume this was in a Mennonite home or a Mennonite church at one point. So I'm trying to think, what should I do next? Maybe we'll do the big thing. So hopefully this comes through okay. So this is, I guess you could say, my icon. My mother's kind of an amateur painter, and she wanted to paint me something. So I said, why don't you paint me kind of an icon of the Virgin Mary? So I gave her a picture of Our Lady of the Eternal Bloom, because that's my favorite icon of Mary. So here it is, Our Lady of the Eternal Bloom. It's quite large. Like, let me hold. I have huge hands, by the way, but yeah, it's huge. So I have this on my wall, and because this is canvas, this is super light. So once again, that can be held up by a single thumbtack. So that's pretty cool. So moving over, let's see what else we have. So this is let's see if I can get that to focus. There we go. So this is a rosary ring. So this is kind of 1 decade. So you can see there's a crucified Jesus there on both sides. So my parents went on a trip to Philadelphia, and they got me this from Notre Dame. So that's pretty cool. I normally have that sitting on my computer desk. So this is something they gave me at my church when I was going through catechesis. So this is, yes, a almost kind of like a spritzer bottle of holy water. And you just fill that from the font at the front of the church. So you can just pour that on stuff whenever it strikes your fancy. So let's get into and they give you those normally if you're going through the conversion process in Canada. So I kept that. I don't wear that one though. Oh yeah, I'll have to take off the one I wear at some point. Oh well, so let's see here. So let's go through these. So this rosary here is from Vancouver. I went to Vancouver on business, and I had Saturday night off because our business meetings were all finished. So I went to, I forget what the cathedral name is in Vancouver, but I went there for Mass, and while I was there, actually the priest gave a very based homily, but I got this rosary. So that's not a super expensive one, kind of, it's plastic and that's kind of aluminum or something, but it's not bad. It's kind of more for collection purposes. So this one I got at Notre Dame in Quebec City. I think it's Quebec. I forget if it's Quebec or Montreal. Oh well, someone will probably say in the chat. So this I got at Notre Dame. Unfortunately, it broke, but it actually kind of smells like incense. I forget what the kind of wood they have is. And that is a picture of Our Lady. I think it's her I think it's the Assumption. I can't really tell, it's pretty small. And as with all rosaries, you have a crucifix, and that one's actually not bad. So then we have this one, which is kind of a weird one. So I just recently got this one. My grandparents, despite being anti-Catholic, happened to have this in their basement somewhere. They almost kind of look like poker chips on it. But you have the crucifix there, and then you have Saint Teresa, the little flower. So that's pretty cool. Let's see what's on the back. And you have a cross with a rose on it, because she's the little flower. So this is a super cheap one. So they just give these out at some of the churches near my house. These cost like probably less than a penny. So people who don't have a rosary or don't really have money, they will just give these to people. And it's kind of hard to see because it's black. So this one here I got when I was in Los Angeles. I went there on a trip. So this one I actually bought from a Mexican street vendor. So you have a picture of the crucifixion there. You have a picture of the Virgin Mary. And then you have I think they're actually the pictures from the various rosary events. So yeah, that's pretty neat. Yep, there we go. Entering Jerusalem. Yeah, these are really cheap. This one was like the crucifixion and Our Lady. So I guess on one side it's Our Lady, on the other it's whatever the event is in one of the rosary things. So that one was like $1. Mexican ones are really cheap. And then this one I also got. So we have Ave Maria. As always, you have the crucifix. I think I got both of these for like $3. Sorry, it's kind of hard to focus because it's gleaming. It's gleaming metal. So this one I got at a cathedral in Strasbourg. So that's in France. It's on the it's in Alsace. So this is actually one of my favorite ones. I think it glows in the dark actually. So you have a miraculous medal. So that's nice. And the beads are plastic, but they're like a nicer plastic. Maybe they're like a resin or something. But I do actually like the pink color. So I normally take this one with me when I go on trips because this is my second favorite one. I don't want to take my best one just because I don't want to lose it. So this one here is a little nicer. I think it's glass on this or some kind of plastic. So you have a rather large cross there, large crucifix. So this is, I got this one, at the Duomo in Florence. You know, that huge dome church. Down in kind of the catacombs of the church, they have a little store, and I got this one. So this one's kind of unique because it's clear or white, I suppose you could say. Now this is one my sister got me when she went to Austria. So this is from Salzburg. And this is from the church where Maria and Georg were married. The two from The Sound of Music. That's where the Von Trapps were married. So that's pretty neat. I have this huge miraculous medal I picked up a while ago. It's too heavy to wear around my neck, but it's pretty cool. It's a big one. Then we have my prize rosary, which I keep in my lockbox along with my passport and stuff like this. So they made, let me just see if I can get that to focus. So they made these when we were going through catechesis. And there's a lady at my church who makes these for all of them. So that's like good quality, solid metal. Made in Italy. And these are beautiful glass beads. They're, it's really nice. Let me just hold that up and see if I can. There's like this kind of cool enamel on the miraculous medal. So this one's really big. Before I got my crucifix, I actually used to wear this around my neck under my shirt. But yeah, this is my favorite rosary, and it means a lot to me, so I will not take this out of my house under any circumstances. So I guess there's one more thing to show you. So this is what I wear around my neck. So I have a silver chain. That's just aluminum or some cheap metal. So I have a miraculous medal, um, and there's the back of it with the Marian cross and the Sacred Heart. And then this is actually a Greek one. I think it's Orthodox. So I forget what the Bible verse is on the back of it, but this is silver. And I don't know. I just was looking for crosses that were actually silver, and I really liked the design on it. It's also not too heavy. As you can see, some of the paint's starting to come off. I mean, the actual silver's okay because it's silver, and if silver's like actively used, I find it doesn't tarnish. But yeah, silver chain, and I wear that around my neck under my shirt. So hopefully you kind of found that interesting. That's my Catholic stuff. So yeah, I have quite a few rosaries. Like I said, I collect them. Every time I go to a major city, I get one. Oh, and that's just another crucifix I have that's too big and heavy to wear. Just if you're wearing a heavy crucifix and you're sleeping, and you're kind of tossing and turning, that thing can fly up and hit you in the face. So yeah, that's a nice one though. That's from Italy. Normally, the better holy items come from Italy. Sometimes from Jerusalem. Like I think this one is made from wood. I think this is cedar from Jerusalem. But yeah, that's my Catholic stuff. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll talk to you guys later.